Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Ships of Naval Action. Today we're taking a look at an American schooner. This is the Lynx. The Lynx, historically she was a 6-gun Chesapeake-built schooner. However, in naval action, I'm getting ahead of myself. Historically she was a 6-gun schooner, carrying 6 12-pounders in fact, so that's quite a decent amount. The Lynx, she was built as a merchantman right before the War of 1812, or not rather right before, in the beginning of the War of 1812, and she was commissioned on the 13th of July under a certain Captain Elisha Taylor. The Lynx was a ship that did get a letter of marque, so not only was she a merchant ship, she also had the opportunity to do privateering. However, she wouldn't do much privateering, she would have a short service life under the US flag, and she would have one trip to Bordeaux, my fault, France, and would return to the United States. However, she would face some difficulty because she would get stuck in a blockade by British ships, and when she was trying to run out of the blockade, outrun the blockade, do some blockade running, lots of words to say the same thing, she got captured by the British. Essentially, the Lynx was upper river, I can't remember which river, the Rappahannock River, I believe, where the British would execute a cutting out expedition, and doing that, they would capture her and take her a prize, and they would actually press her into service. The Lynx was bought, she was pressed into service under a Lieutenant John Murray, where afterwards she would be commanded by a certain Joseph Giraffe. She spent most of her time on the Joseph Giraffe doing anti-smuggling operations, where she would actually get an award for her anti-smuggling... difficult. She would get an award for her anti-smuggling operations after capturing the Dutch cutter Thetis. So she did some valid work. And in 1820, she would be decommissioned and placed in private service. However, not much is known about her life in private service. I forgot to mention as well that in British service, the Lynx got named the HMS Mosquito Beat. Something like that. Which is named after a town in Nova Scotia. So, this doesn't actually end the history of the Lynx. In 2001, I believe, they would actually build a replica of her. And this would be called the Lynx. So you can see a replica of the Lynx today in America. She is an American ship, so of course they built an American ship. So if you want to meet her, she is alive and well in the United States. She does not have any cannons or anything like that, to my knowledge, but you can, I believe, sail aboard her. So, if you have an interest to do that, take a look at that. But anyways, in naval action. Well, her armament is a bit different in naval action. Instead of having 6 12-pound cannons, in naval action she can carry up to 8 6-pound cannons, which makes her the lightest armed ship in naval action, debatably. Another debate is, of course, for the gunboat. She can also carry 18 pounds carronades. Here I have her mounted with 6-pound long guns because I felt like it. So her weak armament means in naval action you can't really use her as a brawler. However, she is one of the lightest, smallest ship. So she is very, very light. She is very agile. She is fast. She is a fore and aft rigger, which means she is very good at sailing beam reach and very good at close hold. However, running with the wind is a bit weaker, as with all fore and aft riggers, but it does give the Lynx a solid use case. However, I do think her naval armament, not naval armament, just her armament in general, does limit her use case. One thing, and a bit of naval action history I'm bringing to you, for anyone starting now, be happy, because when I first started naval action, this is the ship you started with. And I know the cutter only has 12 guns, which is not a lot. It's still 50% more than the Lynx, and it makes a huge difference. It was rough sailing the Lynx back in the day. But anyways, I think that concludes the history of the Lynx. I do hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and all of that. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.